শুরুতে আমরাও সবার মতোই বাড়ি কিনে নিয়ে খুব কনফিউজ ছিলাম। রেট, অপশন কিছুই ঠিক মতো বুঝতাম না। তারপরও বাড়ি দেখতে যেতাম, মনে হতো ইস এই বাড়িটা যদি আমাদের হতো। তারপর একদিন ড্যানলোর সাথে বসি, প্রি অ্যাপ্রুভাল থেকে শুরু করে বেস্ট রেট, উনি সবকিছু স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ বুঝিয়ে দিলেন। সবকিছু পানির মতো সহজ হয়ে গেল। ফাইনালি ফোনটা এলো।
শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত আমরা আপনাদের পথপ্রদর্শক হিসেবে আছি। আজই যোগাযোগ করুন আপনার নতুন ঠিকানার যাত্রায়।
ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক টু দ্য এটিভি ইউএসএ সাপ্তাহিক আয়োজন ওপেন হাউস লাইভ অনুষ্ঠানে সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি সুখেন গমেস। শুক্রবার সন্ধ্যায় 7:30টার সময় আমরা হাজির হই ওপেন হাউসে কিছু তথ্যাদি নিয়ে। সেই সাথে আমাদের সাথে একজন অতিথি থাকে যে রিয়েল এস্টেট সম্পর্কে এক সম্যক ধারণা আপনাদের প্রদান করে। আমাদের সাথে আজকে বরাবর মতো উপস্থিত আছে ড্যান লো। ড্যান, ওয়েলকাম টু দ্য শো।
It's very exciting. What an exciting time in New York. The Knicks won, and we have World Cup fever right now. So we're all on fire, aren't we? It's spring season. We're on fire. You're on fire. So we're all really busy, and we want to help everyone get educated while we're at open house season, right? It's selling season, buying season. So we're all really busy, and we want to help you, all our buyers and all our guests, figure out what's going on. But we got really fun topics today, right?
Yep.
What are we going to talk about first?
Yeah, thank you, Dan. So, দর্শক মণ্ডলী, যেহেতু আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ শুরু হয়েছে, ফিফা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ, সেই সাথে একটা মহা আনন্দের সংবাদ, প্রায় 53 ইয়ার্স লেটার আমাদের নিউ ইয়র্ক নিক্স সেই NBA চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ সেটা উইন করেছে। সেই সাথে এখন স্প্রিং অ্যান্ড সামার সেশন শুরু হয়েছে। অলরেডি বাড়ির বেচাকেনা একটা ধুম পড়ে গেছে এবং মার্কেট খুব ক্রেজি। মার্কেট ইজ লাইক তেজি ভাব খুব দেখা যাচ্ছে। আমরা একটু মজার টপিকস নিয়ে আজকে কথা বলবো, যেহেতু সবাই একটু হলিডে মুডে আছে, সবাই একটু ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ নিয়ে বিজি, নিক্স গেম নিয়ে সবাই আনন্দ করছে। আমরা চেষ্টা করবো যে এই আজকের এই রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেটের সাথে এইটা দুইটা কিভাবে আমরা রিলেট করতে পারি। লাইক প্রথমত ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের ডাইনামিক প্রাইসিং। আপনারা যেটা জানেন যে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের টিকিটের যে মূল্য সেটা যে বেস প্রাইস সেটা থেকে কয়েকশো গুণ বেশি হয়ে গেছে। সুতরাং এই ডাইনামিক প্রাইসিংটা কিন্তু রিয়েল এস্টেটের সাথে অনেক বেশি জড়িত। সেই সাথে আমরা আলোচনা করব যে নিক্স গেমের প্রভাব কি রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেটে আদৌ আসবে কিনা, নিক্স গেম যদি জয় করেছে মার্কেটে কি কোনো প্রভাব পড়বে কিনা। সেই সাথে জামাইকাতে এবং বিভিন্ন এরিয়া ভাগ করে ড্যান কিছু ওপেন হাউসের তথ্য আপনাদেরকে দিবে। চলুন প্রথম আমরা ড্যানের কাছে একটা জানতে চাই। ড্যান, হোয়াট ডু থিঙ্ক দ্য ডাইনামিক প্রাইসিং অফ দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ, লেটস সে দ্য বেস্ট প্রাইস, and we can compare it to like the asking price of the house.
Yeah.
Let's say $100 is the base price,
Yeah.
but sometimes it go way over than the asking.
Definitely.
So what do you think? How the World Cup ticket can be compared with the house pricing? Mm-hmm.
So it's, you have something golden in your hand. You have a house, you have good area, newly renovated, you have everything that everyone wants. So you're going to ask top dollar for it. And you're going to hold out until someone gives you that price, until you can't hold out anymore. Let's say you moved out already and you have property taxes that are $20,000 a year and it's eating away at your pocket. If you keep on holding out for the top dollar and it's eating away at you until right now you have to sell the ticket, right? You're gonna if you don't sell the World Cup ticket right away, you need it, then you have to sell it for whatever you can get it for. So that's kind of like our sellers, right? They will always want to get the top dollar, and it depends on how many people want that price for that top dollar. And then if no one wants to pay for it because you want it way too much, you're going to hold out until, I can't hold out anymore. The game's got to go. I got to sell the house. You're going to lose all your money if you just keep on holding on to it, right? Like flippers. We had people on the show that were doing renovation loans. They have hard money loans. If they keep on holding on to the house, they're going to lose money. So at that time, like, okay, I'll lower the price to whatever the market is willing to pay. So this is just like scalping, right? You buy up all the tickets, you buy up all the property.
So I have a question here. Like, who bring this market more money? Who the buyer, they bring the money, not the seller. Let's say seller fix a price. Seller is give the like the FIPA, the central organization. They fix a price. We'll sell house for like $200. But the buyer, they're bidding way more. Like, oh, I want to buy 250, 300, 400, 500.
Yeah.
So who is most responsible and whom you can give more attention, the buyer or the seller? Who brings who control the markets and who make the market more crazy?
I think whoever controls the inventory. So if you have 300 tickets and there are only 1,000 tickets available, you control the market. But if you have $1 million and then you're willing to pay whatever for that ticket, then you control the market. So always, it's the same as houses. Whoever's willing to pay the top dollar, or whoever controls the inventory. That's
Yeah, you mean the inventory is the ticket? Ticket is the main asset, like the house. That's the inventory.
like the scalpers, the
Yeah.
ones that bought all the tickets at the very beginning. They're the ones that are controlling. So the inventory is how much is available. And then everyone wants a house, but there are only so many houses available. So there's 10,000 tickets available for a game, but scalpers bought half of it. You have 5,000 tickets, and they're all trying to sell for as high as possible.
Okay. So, and one last question. Let's say, is there any negative graph? Let's say next World Cup. This World Cup, they went way higher. Next World Cup in Spain. So, is there any chances like the price will drop in the next World Cup, or they'll bring the reference? Oh, we have so many crazy buyer previously, like in the US game. No, even the Knicks game. So what do you think? The next time they'll bring this reference like 4 years back, and they'll never reduce the price.
I think it's just like New York. Like,
Yeah.
do you think they're going to be less football fans? All right, well, soccer fans, or do you think they're going to be more and more? Like, the population's getting more and more. The stadium's not getting bigger. So I think the prices are just going to go up and up. People are just going to travel there, and same thing. There's going to be more and more fans, and the more fans are, the more buyers. So it's going to drive the prices up. And so it's like New York. We're not going to have more seats. We're not going to have more houses in New York. You have more and more people immigrating here, more and more people coming here and wanting to buy. I think it's probably going to be like that. But let me ask you, for Knicks winning, do you think the Knicks winning is going to bring up the prices at all, or is not going to have any effect?
This is a little bit tricky question. The Knicks is becoming a more brand now. So for the young people, they're more crazy,
Yeah.
So people, I see the trend after COVID, people trying to leave the New York. I think the trend will be little bit like here and there, like slightly different. Oh,
More
can Knicks
pride.
win the game? Let's stay in the city. Let's have more fun, because people want to stay in like what they like. No, they don't want to go something beyond their like where they don't like stuff, or they don't want to go there. No.
Now they have teams to cheer for, so they're not going to leave New York. So that's, again, less supply, right? So yeah, I don't think it's directly going to affect the prices. But commercial real estate in Manhattan, yeah, and commercial in Queens, Brooklyn, nah, it's probably not going to happen. Maybe like the bars or the TV. If you sell a big TV, you're going to have better business. But the real estate, I think you're right. Like, people are going to want to stay in New York more, because now you have winning teams. You're going to have more pride in New York, and you have more belief in New York. Even if it's a sports fan, even if you don't believe in the government, in New York government, but you believe, or the economy, you believe in New York's team, you want to stay. Yeah, I think you're completely right on that.
থ্যাংক ইউ Dan, থ্যাংক ইউ। দর্শক, আমরা যে কথাগুলো বলছিলাম এখন মজার ছলে যে বিশ্বকাপে যারা টিকিট পান না, দেখ আকাশচুম্বী দাম, বেস্ট প্রাইস কিন্তু অনলি 200 টাকা, কিন্তু এই টিকিটটা কিনতে হয়েছে প্রায় $1,000 উপরে। আর যদি আরো একটু ভালো টিকিট পেতে চান, 700 টাকা টিকিট কিনতে হয়েছে $5,000-7,000। এখন এই টিকিটের দাম কি আগামী 4 বছরে বিশ্বকাপে কমবে কিনা? আমাদের যে ধারণা, যে গ্রাফগুলো আমরা রেখেছি, এটাতে আসলে প্রাইস কমবে না, কারণ তারা এই বছরের রেফারেন্স ইউজ করে বলবে যে না, 2026 ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ প্রাইস ওয়াজ রিয়েলি হাই, অ্যান্ড দেন দ্যার ইজ স্টিল ইন ডিমান্ড। একইভাবে বলতে চাই হাউস প্রাইস, বাড়ির যে দাম, সেটা কিন্তু কমার কোনো ট্রেন্ডের মানে কেউ যদি বলে, তার এটা অবচেতন মনের একটা বলা হবে, কিন্তু বাস্তব সায়েন্টিফিক বা বিজ্ঞানসম্মত কোনো আলোচনায় আমরা দেখতে পাই না এটা কমার সম্ভাবনা আছে। সুতরাং ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ এ ক্যাপাসিটি, ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ এবিলিটি, go to the World Cup game, go to next game, stay in New York and buy more houses and build some equity there. That's the bottom line, Dan. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like our first group of videos is like Jamaica. So many people want to buy in Jamaica. The commute is good, the housing is good. Everything is like localized there. You have all your shops there, you have all the food there. Like, it's gonna be people, hey, all my favorite stores or my favorite restaurants there, my favorite people are there. We hang out on the corner on Jamaica Avenue. So like that group is gonna keep on getting more and more demand. Like even though, they're rezoning it so they can fit more people in. That's just gonna make the prices even higher because more people will wanna live in that area. Yes, it's gonna be denser, but if you have a house there, that's gonna be gold, right? It's going to be even drive up the prices even more. So, do you want
So
to?
what are the videos you bring us for this first group of people today?
First group is all in Jamaica, right? So it's a little South Jamaica, and these are all under $1 million. And how long will it stay under $1 million? Maybe another 2 years, 1 year maybe. But we all see the trend everywhere. Every year, maybe another 80,000, 100,000. So right now, we're looking at very affordable houses. There's as low as 700,000. I think that's going to go like crazy. It's going to need a lot of work on it. My recommendation is the second one. We're going to compare that at the very end of the show, and we're going to compare that to a condo. But these are all 3 houses in Jamaica, and like I said, there's not much, we're not going to have more houses built in Jamaica, and everyone is flooding to this area. It's really high demand. So we're going to take a look at the first group of open houses available this weekend. These are all newly listed houses, so fresh on the market.
ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক। আমরা দেখছিলাম যে কুইন্স ভিলেজের কিছু বাড়ি যেখানে এই সপ্তাহে ওপেন হওয়া যাবে। আপনারা যাদের এটা দরকার বাড়িগুলো এই অ্যাড্রেসটা নিয়ে নেবেন, সেখানে আপনারা যেতে পারেন। আমাদের ড্যান বরাবর মতো প্রাইস রিয়েল এস্টেট .com সেই গেম শোটা নিয়ে আসে। আমাদের সে লিঙ্কে ATV USA এর ফেসবুক পেজে সেটি দেওয়া আছে, প্রাইস রিয়েল এস্টেট .com। এখানে আপনারা গেম প্লে করে $100 পুরস্কার জিতে পারেন, সেই সাথে বছর শেষে $1000 পুরস্কার সেখানে জিতে পারেন। Dan, thank you so much to bring this valuable stuff to us. And what are the second group of houses you bring today?
Second group of houses is in the middle of Queens, so a little bit further north, and this is going to be nearer to the Long Island Expressway. It's going to be between, let's say, Briarwood area, Regal Park, Fresh Meadows, and so this is much more desirable because your commute to the city is going to be much quicker. You're going to have let's say 15 minutes, probably less. Like if you're in South Ozone Park or St. Albans, to get to there before you get to the city is probably saving 15 minutes of your time. So you have the Grand Central Parkway, you have vicinity to airports, both JFK and LaGuardia. So this is like pretty desirable. And then you also have the schools. A lot of schools very close by over there. So you have universities like St. John's, and then you have a lot of middle schools. So really a lot of people flocking there. You have a lot of food nearby too. You have Flushing, you have Jamaica on the south side, Flushing on the north side. So right really in the middle of Queens. And normally you get a lot of apartments here. You get a lot of co-ops in Regal Park, but when you get a house, Briarwood, those areas, those are also really high demand. You see like 2 families go there. It's nuts. People go nuts over there because people want to rent there, right?
Yep.
So if people want to rent there, it's going to drive up prices. So over here we have one apartment in Fresh Meadows, and then 2 more in the middle of the Queens right there.
Can you tell us the addresses? What are the addresses in the apartment? Yeah.
So we have one at 84th Road. It's 16011 to 84th Road. That's a house at 830. We have one in 168th Street, 8133 168th Street in Jamaica. And the apartment is a condo. It's 7133 162nd Street, apartment 3F. And this is a condo that's 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And you know, you're going to see the prices really similar to a house. And at the very end, we're going to compare this to a house and see what the difference is and if it's right for you. It could be right for you.
চলুন দর্শক, তাহলে আমরা সেই ভিডিওগুলো দেখে আসি, দেন যে ভিডিওগুলো রেডি করেছে আজকের কন্ডোগুলো নিয়ে। চলুন সেই ভিডিও 3টে দেখে আসি।
Hey, so this is a twofer. We got on your left, we got a single family. On your right, we got a condo. All right, this is my favorite thing about some of the listings is when they have a 3D walkthrough, because you can see all these pictures. It's great, right? Look at this beautiful thing, and you can see all the pictures here. But when you get a 3D view, you see how bright it is over here. And look at this. This is gorgeous. So this week on Price is Right, it's almost out. This house, again, very difficult. New Hyde Park. Great school district. A lot of people want to buy here. 36 days on Zillow, and it's already off the market in less than 2 weeks. Someone bought it their first weekend. They made a really good price. They might have gone over asking. I think they went over asking. I think they went almost 900,000. I think I'm going to do 885, and that's going to be my guess on this Price Real Estate Right. So, like I said, it's really hard to get it right, but if you get it right, it's going to pay you $100 every week. If you're the best track record for the year, get $1,000. So see how you do and track yourself. See how well you do. See if you need a real estate agent, if you're good. And in the meantime, play and win. Have a great one.
pricerealestateright.com এটা অনেক সুন্দর একটি গেম। আপনারা যারা খেলতে চান সেটা এখানে আমাদের ওয়েবসাইটে, আমাদের ATV USA ফেসবুক পেজে সেই লিঙ্কটা দেওয়া আছে, সেটা অবশ্যই আপনারা দেখে নেবেন। আর যে জ্যান যেমনটি বলছিলেন যে জামাইকা নেবারহুডগুলো এবং ব্রায়ারহুড রেগোপার কীভাবে একটা ডিফারেন্ট মেক করে, সেখানে কন্ডোগুলার সেই সাথে মানে কম্পেয়ার কীভাবে করবেন সেটার ব্যাপারে ড্যান খুব সুন্দর একটা অ্যানালাইসিস দিল। Then what do you think? The near to the bus, near to the school, near to the train, near to the subway, near to the very, very near is more expensive than the near, is little far, like maybe a bus ride or Uber ride from the schools, from the subway. How did the prices actually matter? Like,
it's very surprising. So I had a house that had a appraiser, and they actually took off money because they were right across the street from the house. And we argued that, from the school. And because there was like, well, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of school buses, so it's a little less desirable. And there are other things I've seen, like if you're on a main street compared to a residential, they also think it's a little bit less desirable, so they'll take off money for it. I was like, this is great. If you're on the highway, you just get on the highway, you go to where you want. So it's different from, like, I think the desirability as a whole. And we were able to argue to the appraiser and say, this is the back of the school. All the school buses are on the other street, on the 1 block away. So they're like, yes, you're right. Okay, so they adjusted the price again. So proximity to the school is actually usually more desirable because you have safety. There's a lot less traffic on weekends, so it's a lot quieter. The city is normally very clean about snow removal. If you're living by the school, do you see the same thing in Long Island? If you're living near a school, like there's less school, like, you know, it's easier to travel.
Yeah, Long Island, there is 2 things, no? Like if you live like a mile from the school, you will not get a school bus. No. That's a tricky thing. Some people doesn't want their kids to drop on the school because there is big traffic in the morning time.
Yeah.
So if you want your child to go to school by school bus, you need to find a house that is a mile away from from the school.
Yeah.
But the middle school, like from 6th to 8th grade, that's little. You need to be like only half a mile, and the high school little far, like 1.4 miles. 1.5 miles, no? So this is little tricky. Now, if you want to go to the school bus, you need to be little tricky to get a house in Long Island.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Okay, so there's a lot of desirability factors. And commuting, yeah. There's a whole bill that they just passed that they're trying to. There's a conduit from where is it? I think about Regal Park going to South Ozone Park, and they want to build a park there, like the Highline Park, and they want to have it like for everyone to enjoy. And then there are other people that want to build a subway there so that people at Ozone Park and Rockaways, they can commute to the city much faster. And then there are people that have houses there. They're like, I don't want either of those because it's going to be noisy, and I have a beautiful, well, not beautiful, but I have trees and a derelict, historic monument, the railway behind our house. So that's something that will bring you value far in the future because we all know how long it takes in New York to build a subway. But if you have a park, that would be even nicer. But that's not for right now. If you're building it right now, you're going to hear noise. It's going to be like dust. But for your kids and stuff, that would really raise prices. And the noise would be different though. If it were a subway train, you're going to get more proximity. But I feel like if you're built right next to the subway train, it would be a little bit less desirable. But if you were half a block away, it would be very desirable because you don't see the train, you don't hear the train, but you can walk 30 seconds to the train. But if you're in the backyard, it's like, oh, it's too much noise, right?
Yeah, that's the same thing in the Long Island. Like, if you just close the subway LIR station, like very near to, you'll be noising. But the one good thing is that you can reduce your tax. You can claim, hey, my house is less desirable. Like, so you need to give me some break on the taxes. No, this is also a very important thing.
We need to bring a tax griever on the show.
Yeah, we will do tax griever on the show. দর্শক জেনের সাথে যে কথাগুলো হচ্ছিল যে আমাদের স্কুল বাস স্টেশন সাবের কাছে হইলে প্রাইসটা কীভাবে ফ্লেকচুয়েট করে সেটাই একটু বোঝানোর চেষ্টা করছিলাম যে যদি খুব বেশি কাছে হয় নয়েজ একটা থাকে, অনেকে খুব কোয়াইট পছন্দ করে, অনেকে আবার মানে একদম ওয়াকিং বাড়ির পাশে সাবওয়ে চায়, স্কুল চায় এবং ট্রান্সপোর্টেশন ভালো চায়। এটা কিন্তু প্রাইসটা অনেকটা ডিফার করে, কিন্তু আপনার চয়েসের উপর ডিপেন্ড করবে। কিন্তু একটা ডেভেলপমেন্ট কিন্তু রিয়েল এস্টেট মার্কেট অনেকটা বদলে দিতে পারে। আমাদের সাথে অনেকেই ফেসবুকে যুক্ত আছেন, যেহেতু সবাই খেলা দেখার ব্যস্ত। ব্রাজিলের গেম হবে নেক্সটে 8:30-তে, এর আগে আমরা শোটা আশা করি শেষ করে দিতে পারবো। আমাদের সাথে আমাদের একজন এজেন্ট কাজী হোসেন আছেন, উনি লিখেছেন গ্রেট জব ড্যান অ্যান্ড ফর মাইসেলফ। থ্যাংক ইউ কাজী হোসেন আমাদের সাথে থাকার জন্য। আমাদের সাথে মালিক শেখ উপস্থিত আছেন, উনি আমাদের নিয়মিত দর্শক। উনি লিখেছেন রিয়েল এস্টেট এজেন্ট মালিক শেখ, উনি লিখেছেন Hi Dan, thank you very much for your valuable feedback every time you are here. My question, last week I had the interest rate went down. I even heard lowest interest rate in a month. So what do you expect in next month? Any feedback on this then?
It's very exciting. Lowest rates in a month is very good. However, it's not a drastic amount. We're looking at about 0.1 to 0.2 lowest. So for most of our buyers that are in Queens, are like the loans is between $500,000 and $1 million. That means probably another $50 savings a month or so. So that's, hey, nothing to complain about. But we're really hoping for much lower rates. The coming week, we're looking for, hey, is it going to rebound up? There's not much news going, economic news. So these are things that people buying the stock market, looking at bond market and mortgages that they're looking for. And there's not much going on this coming week, but we're looking to see, hey, are we going to go back down? Because right now we're between the average of the last 25 days and the last 50 days. So we're hoping we can go down below the last 50 days so we can have a below average from the last 50 days. So hopefully the trend continues, and we have a lot of positive news. We have war ending news. We have lowest gas prices in a long time. So if we feel more confident that the economy is going to return, yeah, we're going to probably get lower and lower rates, but we're probably not going to see back to the sixes probably for another couple of months until really we get some more solid news on, hey, what's going to happen with oil? Are we going to have deals going forward? Are people going to shift to other forms of energy? apart from oil. So yeah, these are all going to be explored, and this is, a lot is changing because it wreaked havoc. Everyone's going to have oil dependency, and now they're like, well, we can't have this happen to us again. We're going to be smarter about it, and when we're smarter about it, everyone's going to be more confident, and more confidence we have, the better market's going to be for everyone.
ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ ড্যান। দর্শক, আমরা আশা করছি খুব শীঘ্রই ইন্টারেস্টেড খুব ভালো সুযোগ আমরা মানে খবর আমরা পাবো খুব দ্রুতই, যে ইন্টারেস্টেড যেহেতু যুদ্ধটা বন্দর একদম একটা দ্বার প্রান্তে হয়ে গেছে, অয়েলের দামও কমে যাচ্ছে, মার্কেটটা স্টেবল হইলে ইন্টারেস্টেডটা কমে যাবে, সেটা হোপ করছি। কিন্তু যারা বাড়ি কিনতে চান তারা মাথায় রাখবেন, ইন্টারেস্টেড কমলে বাড়ির দাম কিন্তু আরেক দফা বেড়ে যাবে, এটা কোনো বি হাই প্রাইস। সুতরাং এখনই মানে সবসময় বাড়ি কেনা ভালো সময়, আপনারা এখনও সেটা আপনারা চিন্তা ভাবনা করে নিতে পারেন। দর্শক, এই পর্যায়ে আমরা আরও কয়েকটি ওপেন হাউসের ভিডিও দেখে আসবো। চলুন সেই ওপেন হাউসের ভিডিওগুলো আমরা দেখে আসি। আগামীকাল সেই ওপেন হাউসগুলো হবে। আপনারা যারা বাড়ি কিনতে চান অবশ্যই সেই ওপেন হাউসগুলোতে যাবেন, বাড়িগুলো দেখবেন ভালো মতো। আমাদের কাছে আরও কিছু ওপেন হাউসের ভিডিওগুলো আছে, চলুন আমরা সেই ভিডিওগুলো এখন দেখে আসি দর্শক। কালকে এই ওপেন হাউসগুলো হবে, আপনারা অবশ্যই ওপেন হাউসে যাবেন, সেখানে গিয়ে আপনাদের পছন্দের বাড়িটি আপনারা বেছে নিতে পারেন। ড্যান একটা অ্যানালাইসিস ভিডিও রেডি করেছে যে কোঅপ বা বাড়ি যে কেনার জন্য যে বিষয়গুলো মাথায় রাখবেন। চলুন দর্শক, ড্যানের সেই অ্যানালাইসিস ভিডিওটা আমরা দেখে আসি।
So the condo is very close in price. Like everyone's going to be, hey, why not spend 150,000 more and you get a whole house to yourself? And these are for very different people, very different lifestyles. So an apartment living, you're going to have what you need to know is you have a HOA, you have a homeowners association. That's going to make your quality of life very different. It might include things like gas, it might include maybe water, but it's going to be different every single condo. But what it does not let you know is your lifestyle improvement. So things like snow removal, mowing the lawn, keeping up everything, right? So you might have a beautiful lawn in the back. That's done by somebody else. You don't need to pay for someone to do it. You don't need to spend your Sunday mornings doing that. So that might be something that you're looking for is stress-free maintenance. And it might be very common now are people that own homes that they want to downsize. They have a huge house when they bought a family and now it's an empty house. All the kids moved out and it's too much of a house for them to maintain. So you're seeing, oh, well, it's half the square footage, right? It's half the number of bedrooms. How does this make sense? It's like I said, it's a whole lifestyle change. So when you're buying the house over here, you're looking at 10% down, maybe about $5,000. At 20% down, about $4,350, right? And then if you go FHA, you get very similar numbers. High 4,000s and 10%, and then maybe 5,000 without points. and then very similar mid to low 4,000s on the FHA. And then we go to the apartment, right? The condo, you're gonna have HOA. We included this fee over here. You're still gonna have the PMI, everything else, but you're gonna have to paying a little bit less, like $300 less. Yeah, obviously you're borrowing less money as well, but you're gonna get the lifestyle change. So does that match you? Can you afford more maintenance on your house, or would you rather spend the time doing things with your family, maybe not maintaining your house? It's gonna be a higher cost monthly, but your time is going to be saved, and that's going to be different for everybody, and you got to find out what's the best for you. A condo is going to be a little bit different from a co-op, because a condo, it's kind of your land. You're free to do whatever you want with it. You want to renovate it, you don't need to get anyone's permission. You want to rent it out, it's still yours. You want to sell it, you can choose who you want to sell it to. You don't need to get approval like you do a co-op. So condo versus single family, it's going to be very, very similar, but the main part is going to be your lifestyle difference. Yes, the prices are going to be very similar. You're going to change your lifestyle with one or the other.
এটা আমরা সব সময় কোশ্চেনটা করে থাকি, কোঅপ কন্ডো কিনবেন নাকি বাড়ি কিনবেন? কোঅপ একদম পুরোপুরি আলাদা বিষয়, কোঅপ এখানে নাটা নাই ভালো। থ্যাংক ইউ ড্যান টু ব্রিং দিস ভেরি ভেরি ইনফরমেটিভ সেশন হিয়ার। লাইক আপনাদের আমি একটু বলতে চাই, শুধু আপনারা দেখলেন যে বাড়ি যদি 1400 স্কোয়ার ফিটের হয়, কন্ডো হবে কি 700 স্কোয়ার ফিটে। এখানে মেনটেন্যান্সের ঝামেলাকে এই কস্ট অ্যানালাইসিস ভিডিওটা আপনারা আবার দেখতে পারেন যে কীভাবে কস্টটা এফেক্ট করে। So personally, then, what do you prefer? Do you want to buy condo or co-op? Condo or a single family house?
I personally like a condo because I can't fix anything. I'm so afraid of water boiler breaking, and I had to call somebody. Who am I going to call? I had to call Sukhen and say, hey, who do you recommend to fix? So I'm gonna rely on you to fix it if it's a single family. And I've lived in apartments my whole life, and I've always had someone else take the trash out for me. I can't picture, oh, I forgot to take the garbage out on Sunday, and then I had to wait, I don't know, a week. I don't know how that works. But you have to take out the garbage, like, I don't know, whatever day of the week, or recycling, whatever, or composting. I've always lived in apartments. I've always had other people, something broken, I call up the maintenance. The bathtub is broken, the heating's broken. So I'm not good at wanting to fix everything with my hands. And you don't have to be. Right? You can always hire people, you don't have to fix it, but that lifestyle I'm very used to is very convenient. Not having to shovel, right? A lot of people, they have to, before they even go to work, they have to shovel out their whole house. And then when you live in a
So are you suggesting all our viewers, I mean like all our like viewers, to buy a condo? If some people wants to some sense of ownership, doing some gardening, wants to gain also, shovel the snow, like in future, maybe if the, what we were talking before, like if the zoning changes, maybe this piece of land can be the diamond for them, no?
Oh, completely. No, for my lifestyle,
Yeah.
I work all the time. We work, I work 7 days a week, right? So I have no time to enjoy the house. If I even had 2 days off, I'll get a house,
Okay.
right? Because I can enjoy it. Right now, no time. I just go home to a bed to sleep.
So you suggest people to buy condo or houses, like based on their lifestyle?
Definitely. Your lifestyle is very, very important because the house is for you to enjoy with your family, right? Not that you can't enjoy it with your family, you're just very packed in. So it's for very different needs at different parts of your life. So it might be you're very busy now because you're working, you have a business, let's say, and you're working all the time. And even if you had, even if you're a family, you can't even spend time with them, right? So maybe that's the thing where a condo might make more sense, but maybe you want to give your child a better school, and you're like, oh, I want to, even if I'm not home, I want them to have a better school. I want them to run around in the park. I want to grow a garden. My wife and my mom loves to have a garden. I want my mom to have a garden. I want her to have for the condo, right, or a co-op, I want them to have an elevator. That might be a really big thing. Sometimes you want people to be able to go up and down on an elevator. So these are all things that very different answers for everybody. And yeah, like you're right, it's completely lifestyle, right? So for the most part, I think we all agree a house is better investment. But there are always people that want condos, and there are always people that want houses, and probably more people want houses. Probably more people want houses.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you to bring this valuable input to our viewers. দর্শক, ড্যান অনেক সুন্দর একটা বিষয় আজকে আমাদের নিয়ে আসছে যে কন্ডো কিনবেন নাকি বাড়ি কিনবেন, এই ব্যাপারে আমরা বিস্তারিত আলোচনা করব। আপনারা জানেন এখন ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ সিজন চলছে, সাথে আমাদের নেক্সট গেম দিয়েছে, এবং বাড়ির মার্কেট কিন্তু খুবই ক্রেজি এখন, মানে মার্কেট খুব হাই পিকে আছে। যারা এখনও মার্কেটে বাড়ি খুঁজছেন তাদের জন্য যথাযথ সময় একজন ভালো রিয়েলিটির সাহায্য নিয়ে আপনারা সেই বাড়িটা নিতে পারেন আর কি। আপনারা সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন। এটিভি ইউএসএর সাথে থাকবেন প্রতি শুক্রবার সন্ধ্যা 7:30টার সময় আরও কিছু অপনজ তথ্য এবং বাড়ি কেনার মজার তথ্য বা কিছু বাস্তব জীবনের উদাহরণ দিয়ে আপনাদেরকে বোঝাতে চেষ্টা করব। সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন। শুভরাত্রি, গুড নাইট।
শুরুতে আমরাও সবার মতোই বাড়ি কিনে নিয়ে খুব কনফিউজ ছিলাম। রেট, অপশন কিছুই ঠিকমতো বুঝতাম না। তারপরও বাড়ি দেখতে যেতাম, মনে হতো ইস, এই বাড়িটা যদি আমাদের হতো। তারপর একদিন ড্যানলোর সাথে বসি,
Hi, hello, welcome.
প্রি অ্যাপ্রুভাল থেকে শুরু করে বেস্ট রেট, উনি সবকিছু স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ বুঝিয়ে দিলেন। সবকিছু পানির মতো সহজ হয়ে গেল। ফাইনালি ফোনটা এলো।
Hey, Dan.
Hey, congratulations.
Your loan's approved.
শুরু থেকে শেষ পর্যন্ত আমরা আপনাদের পথপ্রদর্শক হিসেবে আছি। আজই যোগাযোগ করুন আপনার নতুন ঠিকানার যাত্রায়।
ATV USA, বিশ্বজুড়ে বাঙালিয়ানা।